well as last time. Basically, the common reaction was you? You have depression? But you handle everything so well. You're one of the most calm people in the class. You're always so upbeat and friendly, and you? And it's like, yeah, me.
I started at Ohio State in 2009, and I attempted suicide within my first 10 weeks of being there. I had no idea really about what was available when I went to Ohio State. I guess I knew about the counseling services, but again, I didn't really know what the problem was, just that things weren't okay.
And it was just really hard coming in as a freshman at Ohio State. I was really depressed, and then it was September, and I was sexually assaulted. I just kind of let it eat me up for a little while, and definitely got more depressed. And then December, like the week of finals, I attempted suicide.
So I got diagnosed with depression about a month ago. It isn't altogether surprising given that there's an entire family history of it. And I've had depressed episodes before. So last year I had a really hard time, and I sought out help from the Yonkin Counseling Center because that was the first time in my life I had ever thought about harming myself. The Yonkin Success Center gives you 10 free sessions a year, and I went through all 10 and was able to come up with strategies that I think were really effective for me.
I don't know. I guess I didn't really realize how much mental illness had affected my life there. Now that I think back on it, I can remember being depressed for a really, really long time. I mean, just all these kinds of things were piling on. And then, so I ended up attempting suicide. And for a while, that was really, really hard, but it ended up being awesome because it kind of led me here into a career that I love. I work for a place called Helpline, and what we do is the suicide prevention program within the Helpline. So we actually go into middle schools and high schools in Delaware and Morrow counties, and we teach a curriculum to the students. So we're there for 3 days, and we teach them the signs of depression, the signs of suicide, how to talk about it, what to look for in their friends, how to get them help, and adults they can talk to and stuff.
Maybe I wasn't taught or I didn't know enough about it. I knew about the student advocacy program, which I was going to go through to maybe help. For some reason I just didn't. I don't know if I was in the right place to really even tell anyone else that I had already told.
With as big of a school as Ohio State is, it's really easy to fall through the cracks. And so I think it would be awesome if there would be more support groups or something, because the counseling services there just aren't the best, and they don't have the staff to deal with the huge number of students that go there. So
people knew I was stressed, but it seemed more like, I guess to them, if I didn't directly tell them what was going on, it seemed like, oh, it's just general school stress of, it's all the projects are due.
There's definitely a lot of triggers. Just sitting in a big lecture hall was a lot for me to handle. I would have to leave maybe 10 minutes through, and it would just take a lot of time to tell myself and my body too that nothing's wrong, or nothing in that lecture hall most likely would happen.
A bad skill that I have is I'm very good at faking it. So everybody kind of thought I was just moseying along. With the recent depression, I found that if I tell my classmates and I tell my friends, that then I have to deal with it, because then I have friends and classmates who are going to check in on me.
people need to just learn to be more okay with talking about their problems. I think that's where a lot of this stems from, is that you could have the hardest time of your life and you feel like you're just a crazy, weird person for talking about it, and that kind of sucks to not be able to do that.
I guess the biggest thing that helped me the most was finally talking about it, just telling someone. I think it was hard for me because I didn't want people looking at me differently, or feeling bad for me. It was definitely a trying experience, but it was also, I would lie if I said there weren't some good things that came out of it, and I think that's the point where I'm at now, where I'm definitely trying to find the good things and trying to make the bad things better.